I used to think my car was doing fine because it only had low mileage on the clock, so I wasn't worried. Then a mechanic showed me the inside of the engine and pointed out sludge that had built up from years of short trips where the oil never got hot enough to burn off the moisture. Low mileage doesn't mean low wear, and that's a lesson I learned the hard way. There are 11 things that go wrong specifically because of short drives, and if I'd known about even half of them earlier, I'd have driven differently. Number 1, engine oil never gets fully warm. Oil has a working temperature, and most people don't know that. It needs to reach around 100 degrees Celsius before it actually does what it's supposed to do, which is burn off the water vapor and fuel residue that sneak into the crankcase during combustion. On a 5-minute drive to the shops, it never gets close. Below that temperature, those contaminants just stay suspended in the oil, and every short trip adds more. Cold oil is also noticeably thicker, so it circulates slower, and bearings, camshafts, and piston rings run with less protection during startup than they would if the oil were fully warm. If every drive is short, that startup phase is basically the entire drive. Number 2, moisture builds up inside the engine. Burning fuel produces water vapor as a byproduct, and on a long drive, that vapor gets pushed out through the exhaust. On a short trip, the engine never gets hot enough to do that, so the moisture condenses on cold metal surfaces inside the crankcase instead. That water mixes into the oil, and what you get isn't a clean mixture. It's a mayonnaise-like emulsion that coats surfaces and blocks oil passages. And over time, it bakes into a brown sludge that mechanics describe as looking exactly like chocolate mousse under the valve cover. The crankcase ventilation system is supposed to route those vapors back into the intake to burn off, but it only works efficiently once the engine's properly warm. Number 3, battery doesn't get enough time to recharge. Cranking a cold engine pulls somewhere between 100 and 300 amps from the battery in a fraction of a second, and the alternator needs several minutes of driving to put that back. A 2-mile trip doesn't give it those minutes. Every short trip draws the battery down a little more than it restores, and lead-acid batteries don't handle that well. Sulfate crystals form on the plates during partial discharge cycles and don't dissolve back, so capacity drops permanently with each incomplete recharge. Modern cars make this worse because infotainment systems, parking sensors, and alarm circuits draw current constantly between trips, so the battery's already behind before you even turn the key. Number 4, fuel economy gets worse. Every cold start triggers the ECU to run a richer fuel mixture, pumping in more fuel than the engine actually needs to get itself warm. That's by design. But on a short trip, it means you're burning extra fuel for nearly the entire drive, and the efficiency that comes with a fully warm engine, proper combustion, optimal injector timing, closed-loop fuel control, never actually shows up. Cold enrichment typically runs for 2 to 4 minutes, depending on outside temperature, so on a 4-minute drive, the engine runs rich the whole time. Some of that unburned fuel washes down the cylinder walls and strips away the oil film protecting the piston rings. A process called fuel dilution, and you can actually measure it through oil analysis. Short-trip vehicles regularly test above acceptable fuel content limits in their oil, and the oil degrades chemically long before the mileage counter suggests it needs changing. Number 5, exhaust system collects condensation. Exhaust pipes run hot enough during normal driving to keep themselves completely dry, but on a short trip, the system barely reaches operating temperature before the engine shuts off, and the combustion gases passing through leave water vapor behind that condenses on the cold pipe walls. That water pools in the lowest points of the system, mostly in the muffler and the rear bends, and just sits there between trips, corroding the metal from the inside out while the outside looks perfectly fine. You can actually spot this on short-trip cars, white drips from the tailpipe on startup that never fully clear, and a faint gurgling from the muffler on cold mornings. Number 6, spark plugs foul faster. Spark plugs have a self-cleaning temperature range, and they need a fully warmed engine to reach it. Below that range, carbon from rich cold start combustion and unburned fuel residue builds up on the electrode and the ceramic insulator, reducing spark intensity with every short trip. Fouled plugs don't usually misfire dramatically. More often, you get a slightly rougher idle, marginally slower starts, and a small but persistent drop in combustion efficiency the driver never consciously notices. Direct injection engines take this harder because fuel sprays straight into the cylinder rather than through the intake port. So the combustion chamber accumulates deposits faster, and fouled plugs leave even more unburned residue behind. Number 7. Engine deposits build up more quickly. At full operating temperature, combustion heat keeps most carbon byproducts suspended in exhaust gases and pushes them out of the engine. In a cold engine that never gets there, that carbon sticks to intake valves, piston crowns, and combustion chamber walls instead, adding a thin layer every single short trip. Direct injection engines get the worst of this because there's no fuel washing over the back of the intake valves the way port injection engines have. So deposits build into hard, porous lumps that disrupt airflow and cause rough idle or hesitation under acceleration. The deposits include polymerized oil residue and partially burned fuel compounds, not just carbon, and they bake on progressively harder with each cold run. Number 8. Transmission fluid stays cold too often. Transmission fluid gets almost none of the attention engine oil does, but it has the same problem with short trips. Automatic transmission fluid is designed to operate at around 80 to 90 degrees Celsius, and below that, it's thicker, which means hydraulic pressure inside the gearbox runs slightly off, clutch packs engage less smoothly, and the torque converter generates friction instead of transferring power cleanly. CVT transmissions take this harder than most, because the variator belt runs against pulleys with very precise clamping forces, and cold fluid throws those forces off just enough to cause microscopic slip events that wear the contact surfaces gradually. Number 9. Brakes can rust from lack of heat and use. Cast iron rotors start rusting within hours of getting wet, and normal driving scrubs that surface rust off every time you brake. On a car that only moves a mile before parking again, the brakes might never work hard enough to clean the rotor properly. That rust layer isn't just cosmetic. It creates an uneven contact surface between the rotor and the pad, causing a pulsing sensation under braking. And in humid climates, a single rainy night can leave rust ridges thick enough to cause a noticeable shudder the next morning. Caliper sliding pins and piston seals need regular heat cycling to stay flexible. And on a short trip car, those seals harden and pins seize, causing dragging brakes that overheat one side of the axle. Brake fluid absorbs moisture too, and degraded fluid on a short trip car goes undetected far longer than it should. Number 10. DPF filters can clog in diesel vehicles. Diesel particulate filters trap soot from the exhaust and periodically burn it off through a process called regeneration, which needs exhaust temperatures above around 550 to 600 degrees Celsius. That temperature only happens during sustained highway driving, so a car doing nothing but short urban trips never gets there. When the DPF fills up and passive regeneration fails, the engine management system tries to force an active regeneration by injecting extra fuel to raise exhaust temperatures. If the trip ends before that process finishes, the soot load keeps building. Do that enough times and the filter blocks completely, the car drops into limp mode, and you're looking at a replacement bill somewhere between $1,000 and $3,000. Number 11. The car ages faster despite low mileage. Low mileage on a car's history looks like good news, but only if those miles came from driving patterns that let the engine actually do its job properly. A car covering 15,000 miles over 5 years of short urban trips carries more internal sludge, worse oil condition, more exhaust corrosion, and more battery degradation than a car that covered the same 15,000 miles in 2 years of mixed driving. Rubber seals and hoses age on time as much as mileage, and seals that never go through proper heat cycles harden and lose elasticity faster than the odometer suggests. Every problem in this video traces back to heat, specifically the absence of it. One longer drive per week, 20 to 30 minutes of sustained running, lets the oil burn off contaminants, lets the exhaust dry out, lets the battery fully recharge, and lets the transmission fluid reach the temperature it was designed around. That single change addresses most of what's been covered here.